Hi everyone, this is Mary with Sayre Seer. Thanks for stopping by. This is for Virgo. And Virgo, this is for July 2019 for the retrogrades and the eclipses. It's like an energy update because I know I needed another one. So, okay, so we're going to just jump right in here. This is going to be your past to present and then your present to future. All right, so it looks like that there's been some kind of turmoil, and this maybe some problems have arisen from some misinformation that was provided, and so this caused some chaos. This may have delayed a direction that you thought you were going to go in. This is the Chariot reversed. It may have delayed the direction, or kind of changed your mind, stopped the direction. So you thought you were moving in a certain direction. And this information, I'm not sure if the wrong information was provided, but this somehow stopped the process from moving forward as it looked like it should have moved. Okay? So this can be, I'm going to put you in the place of the reading. It can be, the information can be flipped, the story. It can resonate all or part, okay? All right, so here's your advice card during this time this is the Druid, and they talk about holding the space. And this is great, Virgo, because this is also a very earthy energy. They talk about the Druids and how to just remain still, just to stay where you're at, hold the space for something else to come. And so what does that mean, right? Kind of like how a tree doesn't move. It just stays there. Know who you are and just try to hang on and trust that there's a reason for this. Okay? And so this is going to take strength. It's going to take faith. It's going to test you, but it's always a test, especially right now. And so look how strong you are right now, right? May not feel it, but you are. You're very strong. Okay, and so now that's strength, and then this is the Four of Wands reversed. So this way is like the happy family foundation and all that. In reverse, it's still coming, but it may be delayed, and it may go in a different way than you thought it would. Okay, and you can kind of see it kind of all playing out right there. So while you're holding the space, it's important to consider all the details. What is really going on here? Why do I have to hold the space? Why am I being told to trust? I just feel stuck. But you're right where you should be right now. Okay? And there'll be more information unveiled here. So that's past to present, present to future. So the Hierophant talks about integrating your spirit and your mind, the spiritual side and the physical side into one cohesive process or person, right? Also talks about higher education, talks about systems like religion or politics, so it can represent many things. Okay, we'll just leave it at that for right now. And so you had this, maybe you wanted to go to school, or maybe you want to become a policeman, or you want to become a lawyer, but things are not going in the direction you thought. But remember, there's a reason, and to trust, okay? Maybe you're already in those jobs, and something's shaking everything up. Okay, so this is the Seven of Wands reversed. So this is a card of, well, maybe accepting what you can change, because you can't overcome all these obstacles. Some of the obstacles may not be in your power to change, okay? Maybe it's someone else that's not unmovable, or maybe it's a system that you're not able to change, okay? So you do what you can and change what you can. What is part of you. It's like accepting the things I cannot change and changing the things you can. Okay? All right. And so here, the next card, this is your advice here. It's a shapeshifter. So they speak of transforming and unveiling your gifts. So these are creative gifts. So here's an example. What if you're an attorney or a doctor and it's not fulfilling? And you don't feel like you were told the truth when you went in. Maybe you're finding out that there's hidden things that you don't believe in. And you can't keep going in that direction. That's just an example, okay? And you're saying, well, I can't power through these if I don't believe in it. How can I keep going to work if I can see through some things, right? Okay, so this card is asking you to look at maybe the reasons why this is happening. And this is your opportunity to shed some of your old beliefs, shed some of the old ways you were, and to transform what you do have. Okay, so maybe you take some information and if you're a lawyer and you want to help people in a different way, but using those skills, and then maybe you have some other skills that you could bring into it. Maybe you're really good on the computer, or you write programs, or something you can incorporate and create something new, using your creativity to bring you the happiness and to serve humanity. Also, to keep aware of if you're seeing any kind of different animals on a regular basis, because that could be like a totem for you. And if you here's something like, every time I drive down the street, a bird crosses right in front of my car. And there's a while back, I learned that is a spirit saying hi every single time right in front of my bumper, at least one or two. And so I know that my loved ones on the other side are constantly saying hello to me in the form of birds. So there's an example that I'm always protected by divine and by my angels, because there's birds all over, so that's an example. If you see wolves a lot or any certain kind of animals, that may be your totem, and then you can look up what that type of totem represents. Okay, and so by changing what you can, taking the existent, what you do have within the framework, and looking at your gifts, unveiling those to use in a new way, this is going to bring you great happiness and joy and abundance and great times, because it's going to feed your soul. It's going to feed your heart. It's going to make you happy. And so this will bring you to your destination that you wanted to be, but it's just going to be done in a different way. And right now, I know it's not easy to see when things are changing so drastically. And when you feel so different than you did before, when you realize that you're not the person you were a year ago, or you can't walk into that same office every day, and you don't know how you're going to do it, but trusting and holding that space that you are protected and you're being guided, and that things will work out even if you can't see how that's going to happen. Because this is, after all, for your ultimate happiness. And okay, so we're going to do a couple of cards for a couple more advice cards. These are the Amente oracles. I speak with sincerity, and I do good. Okay, so speaking with sincerity, that means, words, thoughts become things, and words are kind of like spells. So keep in mind that we speak things into existence. We think things into existence. So right now, we're so powerful. We're understanding how powerful we are. And to keep in mind that, try to keep your thoughts clean, and even people that have hurt you or maybe misrepresented the truth, if you can, try to forgive them, because we're all on different parts of our journey. And that if we speak negative or we feel negative for too long, we will bring more of it into our lives. And we want this, right? We want this. We want our happiness. We want to reach our goals. And remember that that we are good. We are good. We're here to do good. And most of all, good by you. You're here to be happy. And so happiness comes with being accountable for our actions, knowing that if we do this, we're going to feel great. If we come from a place of strength and integrity, then we will receive what we are giving to others. So we are good. We're more good than not. It's only when we're confused and imbalanced that we're not as good as we are when we're balanced. So, my thoughts are with you. Take care.